Bears win! Bears win! What's up, everybody? Swift here, covering everything Chicago Bears. Today I'm giving you all my initial impressions from today's preseason action versus the Chiefs. I was taking notes all game and will share my thoughts with you, but will also be going back in and watching the all 22 film at least 3 to 5 times over the next few days. So I'll be coming back with more detailed impressions and some thoughts on guys who maybe didn't stand out during the broadcast, but show up on tape. Let's get into my initial thoughts from today's game. The player of the game was easily undrafted free agent linebacker Jack Sanborn out of Wisconsin. I talked about Sanborn right after we signed him and included him in my undrafted free agent spotlight video in June when I said I thought he was a lock to make this roster. Next up is Jack Sanborn from Wisconsin. I think Sanborn is almost a lock to make the roster. He is a good fit as a Sam linebacker, and if Matt Adams gets in trouble or doesn't impress, Sanborn could end up being a starter this season. He's a good, solid tackler, and I think he makes the roster.
Bouchel to really get rid of it. I think it snowed. Yeah, it snowed. Nice, comes around the corner, just steps in front of it. Nice position on the receiver, Sanborn.
Sanborn was all over the field today. He was around the ball. He had an interception, a fumble recovery, and multiple stops. He also showed up on special teams with a couple of tackles, including right away early in the game. Great day by Sanborn. I was a little worried when the depth chart came out last week that he wasn't in competition at the Sam anymore, but maybe the coaches love him at the mic. He clearly had a great day today. He easily had the most impressive performance of the day. Kudos to Jack Sanborn. Way to make a rookie debut. Speaking of rookie debuts, man, I have to say I was so impressed by this rookie class today. Even with Kyler Gordon and Velus Jones Jr. missing the game, we still had rookies showcasing flashes of talent all over the field all day long. Preston Ebner had a couple of nice runs. He also continued doing what he's done all camp long. He killed a linebacker on a route over the middle and scored a touchdown. Very impressive day for Ebner. He really was able to showcase some of his speed and made some good blocks in the passing game as well. It's impossible to mention the rookies without talking about Braxton Jones. He caught my eye early on with a combo block in the run game where he came back and bailed the running back out. It showcased incredible awareness for a rookie. He looked very impressive at first sight. He continues to look like the NFL isn't too big for him, and at this point we are heading towards Braxton Jones being our starting left tackle. Great day for him as well. I will of course break down his play from an all 22 perspective as well. Other rookies also were looking great. Quan Brisker looked like a rocket in the secondary. He made quite a few plays and was all over the field as well. I can't wait to study Brisker on the all 22. Dominique Robinson also made his presence felt, recording his first sack and showing some nice pass rush moves. Micah Treadway, another undrafted rookie, also had a sack and played well today. The second team offensive line featured 3 rookies: left guard Zachary Thomas, center Doug Kramer, and right guard Jatari Carter. It was good to see Thomas back up with the second team again, pushing Simmons back down to third string. Also of note, they left Doug Kramer in with the third string as well. I would imagine to give him some extra reps. We also saw rookie undrafted free agent Jake Tongas, whose brother watches this channel, make his impression today as well. And then lastly, Trenton Gill, our rookie punter, had himself quite a day. His punts looked awesome. Not used to being excited about a punter, but I'm all for it. Okay, other than the rookies, the biggest thing that caught my eye today was the amount of hustle and how hard our team played all over the field. Offense, defense, special teams. I saw the things that Eberflus has preached about all offseason long. It's so refreshing to actually see what the coach talks about get put into action on the field. That never was the case with Matt Nagy or some of the coaches before him. The offense showed some of the things I expected. We ran an outside zone scheme, we used play action, and rolled the quarterback out of the pocket with bootlegs. They also were able to scheme guys open, something that great play callers are able to do. On defense, the things they talk about we saw on the field as well. The guys were flying to the ball. Players were always attempting to create turnovers, punching the ball out, and we actually saw a couple of turnovers on the field. Also, this defense was just hustling and overall had a great day. You could see the hustle and execution on special teams as well. Overall, it was just a great debut for the new coaching staff. Eberflus also successfully completed a 4th down conversion and was successful in his only challenge attempt today. Great job, coach. Now I'll briefly talk about Justin Fields and that first team offense before just bringing up some guys who stuck out to me that I took notes on. I liked what I saw from the first team offense. We were unable to come away with a score, and there was definitely some rust. I think Fields looked very sharp and overall had a pretty good day. I would like to see him step up in the pocket and avoid that first sack. But other than that, I liked most of what I saw from Justin Fields. On that play specifically, Michael Schofield got beat badly, but Justin Fields could have stepped up and avoided that pressure. He didn't. He kind of stepped right into it and took the sack. The offense needs a little bit more time to get into sync, but I am optimistic about the direction they are heading. Ajay Sharp was the most impressive receiver today. He finished with 2 catches for 44 yards and had by far the most impressive catch of the day. Darnell Mooney and Dante Pettis also had catches of 25-plus yards. Daz Newsome had a drop early in the game and almost had a turnover on a fumbled punt, but he made up for it with a 13-yard touchdown reception later. He also picked up another 13 yards on an end around. Kevin Jenkins manned right tackle for the second team, and I tried to keep an eye on him most snaps. I think Jenkins had a good day, but this is something I'll have to watch on the All-22 film as well. As some plays, it is hard to see what is going on that line. I was glad that Tev was able to play, though, and I'm still excited about his potential here. On the defensive side of the ball, I have to say I was very impressed by Quedian Muhammad. I thought he was going to be a sneaky good pickup, but his quickness, burst, and creativity trying to make plays really stood out to me today. I think he could be in for a really good year. Trevis Gibson also had an impressive day. He stood out on a few plays as well. Both players provided pressures on the quarterback, and Muhammad also broke up a screen pass. At defensive tackle, Lakel London and Mike Pennell both stood out to me at times today. I also saw Justin Jones perform a couple of nice pass rush moves. Charles Snowden flashed a couple of times in the backfield, but he was unable to finish the sack as he failed to wrap up the quarterback. DeMarcus Gates, the newly signed linebacker from USFL, made a few plays and looked really quick out there as well. He also had a tackle for loss. Matt Adams had himself a pretty good day, as did Nicholas Morrow. Both of those guys made a couple of plays as well. Also, I have to bring it up, after the funny story that happened this week with Trayvon Coley on CHGO where they didn't know he was a Bear, he came through and had an impressive day today. He notched not 1, but 2 sacks. Good job, Trayvon. Maybe the media guys will learn your name now. Overall, it was just an impressive day from a brand new coaching staff and the youngest roster in the NFL. It's a preseason game, like I said, so it's not really the final score that impressed me. I didn't care about that. I cared about what I saw from our younger players. I loved what I saw from the coaching staff and the amount of hustle we put out there on the field. I can honestly say it's been a long time since I have seen us outwork another team like that. It wasn't a perfect game by any means. Our first team offense has some rust to shake off, and we were missing a lot of big time players for this game. But you have to come away from this game with a very positive first impression. The hustle, the speed, the scheme, and even the play calling all seem like big positives today. The entire rookie class also looked impressive, and it's not hard to think this is one of the better draft classes in a long time for Chicago. It'll be a long time till we can actually tell. The early impressions are nothing but positive. None of these things mean we are going to win the Super Bowl. Nothing like that, guys. So get excited, but keep it in check. Everything I've seen this offseason gives me reason to believe this team is going to be good. Today was just another step towards that. We are just under a month away from kickoff. Our next game is this coming Thursday, August 18th at 7 o'clock Central Time in Seattle versus the Seahawks. We then close the preseason out the following Saturday in Cleveland versus the Browns. I will be covering it all. I will be watching as much all 22 of this game as I can handle, and we'll be breaking it down for you guys. Stay tuned. Remember to hit that like button, and until next time, bear down.